So this is a great example of how religion can sometimes be misleading. We're going to take two samples of the Bible, Matthew 20:28 and Mark 10:45, and dissect them a little bit. And this is in both of them, and to show you exactly what's going on here. See, the answer to this question is you have to read the whole parable, right? So what happens in this section? Well, in Matthew, the mother of John and James comes and asks Jesus to sit at the right and left hand. And then in Mark, James and John asks. So if this was a real thing that happened, there would be no question on who did it. But we'll get into that again if you really need some further explanation onto why it's the mother and why it's John and James in the two excerpts. Okay, so what Jesus says to them is, you can drink from the cup that I have, right? You also have the ability to get the knowledge and live the way that I do. That's what he's telling them. And then the other 10 disciples start getting indignant with him. And then Jesus says this. He says, listen, you're not going to do that. The other people in this world who are rulers and rule above people, they look down on them and make them feel small. But you're not going to do that. What he says is, then this is how he gets to this line, okay? Is he says, those who came first must be a servant to those who come after, right? So me, if I have the knowledge, then I am now a servant to you because I have to teach you. And those who came before must be, and those who come after, the ones who don't have it, must be a slave to those people, meaning they must sit and listen to those people because they have the knowledge, right? And then he follows up by saying, as I, the Son of Man, have given myself for ransom for many, right? He doesn't say for all, right? That would be for all. That would be like, I'm going to die for everybody's sins, right? No, he says for many, meaning, and the word ransom is actually litron, which actually means like to keep out of bondage, right? So what Jesus is saying is, I have the knowledge, you can have the knowledge, you can also drink from this cup. Are you able to actually live the life of purely not selfish acts? Are you able to do that? If you are, then you can also follow me. See, I can't give you a place up in heaven that's next to me. That's only for the people who have lived beside me, and God will say that you've done that or not, right? And then it says that anybody who comes with the knowledge must then live unselfishly and try to teach that to the people around them, or try to live in a way that they are able to without selfish acts and only for the duty of other people, right? And that's kind of what we're here for. We're here to come here, learn how to love, and then spread that love as much as we can, and then teach other people to love in that way, right? So that's what he's saying. He's not saying that he's going to die on the cross for that. And again, you have to read the whole parable. It's real easy to take one little excerpt from something and say, this is now our belief system. That would be like saying, that wolves can't break into a brick building, right? No, the Three Little Pigs had a whole story. And the whole point of that story was to teach you something. That was the whole point of this parable. Okay, give me any more comments or questions that you have. Like, subscribe. I love you.